Hard Times, Rev Clack. Our early pastors are shown here. Note that our early historians included the pastors from before our church's founding. I believe that is because the Milwaukee Baptists closed their church to facilitate its move to the west, and because the church's clerk's memo book was kept in Greenfield and then described the events at the Greenfield Baptist Church. The source for most of the rest of the information today is primarily from a biography, William Clack, who lived from 1819 to 1901. Remember, this was a world very different from today. He was born in Alvescott, England, the 7th of 11 children. He had no formal schooling. He worked on a farm and had advanced as a butcher's apprentice. He was in the British military in 1841, where he excessively drank alcohol and boxed. He attended revival meetings and switched from the Church of England to Methodist, and became a minister, possibly because he was a very good orator. He ran a butcher shop until it failed in 1846 during a bad economic period. Trying to better himself, he went to New York City in 1847 and brought his wife and 3 children there in 1848. Shortly thereafter, all 3 children died of cholera because of unsanitary conditions in New York. William and his wife moved to cleaner Philadelphia, where he worked on maps. He switched from Methodist to Baptist in 1850 and became a minister. He moved to Wisconsin and met Reverend Griffin, who worked with him to fill open positions in the Baptist churches in Oak Creek in Waukesha County and Greenfield. Both were small groups. He accepted an ordination call and a council examined him, and he served both congregations. I believe the Oak Creek Church was not in Waukesha County, as there was no Oak Creek there. There was a Baptist church in Oak Creek settlement of Oak Creek Township starting in 1841, according to the City of South Milwaukee history. Reverend Clack lived in Oak Creek. And maybe on the 15-mile route in purple, and I quote, "Walk on Saturday to Brother Williams in the forenoon, then walk to Greenfield in the afternoon, conduct in the service on Sunday, and reverse the walk on Monday. Shoot my own squirrels or go without meat." He also said in the biography, "My success at Oak Creek was only partial. It was interrupted, and I may say terminated, by a district school quarrel. The church was divided. I stood neutral, but each side thought I was against them because I was not for them." Reverend Clack decided to move on to Iowa and later western Wisconsin. He pastored elsewhere. He moved when churches could not pay. He preached at train stations. He found that working in the ministry in that era could not support the additional 9 children he fathered, and eventually was an auctioneer for 21 years before he pastored at Pewaukee. The Oak Creek Baptist Church folded in that same year of 1850. That community became South Milwaukee in 1859. Meanwhile, most small churches had problems raising the money to pay their pastors. Our church was not an exception. Reverend Clack was the second of 3 pastors our church had in 1850. The third pastor... Oh, that is another story for another day.